It's about a prosperous Jewish family in Vienna at the start of the 20th century.
Leopoldstadt is the Jewish quarter. We are on the Ringstrasse, where the highest parts of society live.
And there is a storm of anti-Semitism brewing.
Tom is asking the Jewish question of who are we and where do we belong?
We all know what happened in 1938, and yet when we get to that point in the play, it still hits you like a ton of bricks because you just don't want it to be true.
Tom Stoppard is one of the greatest playwrights that ever lived.
No one's plays fizz with ideas and energy and themes and jokes like Tom's.
He writes such extraordinary chords with such overtones and undertones.
He has an amazing sense of humor, an amazing sense of history of theater, an enormous appetite and curiosity.
He brings that very acute intelligence into all of his plays. But he also really understands people.
He's written this play that's incredibly personal. Like, there's so many details from his own biography that have worked their way in, that in writing something that seems to be deeply specific to him, it also, I feel like, has reaches outside of just this one particular story.
It's a play about immigrants and asylum seekers and refugees and family and love and sadness.
History often repeats itself, and the idea of a vicious refugee crisis and man's cruelty to man is an ever-relevant theme.
It's a universal story of one of persecution, emancipation, and fear. But he tells it through this very simple story of life, of birth and death.
It manages to capture this enormous sweep of history, decades and generations of families, but then also zooms in so closely on these little tiny moments.
There's something very radical just about vividly remembering people.
There's this particular kind of storytelling that can happen when you're seeing people intimately and also in the context of their whole lives.
You feel part of that family, and when you leave, we hope that you have had an experience with people that you will miss. It touches me, it touches me every night.